Well, good afternoon, everybody, and welcome back to the United Regional Chamber's weekly update. We try and bring you on some interesting guests and some new programs and businesses that are opening up in the area. Today, it is my pleasure to introduce you to Ms. Michaela Perry. She is the manager of the new Attleboro BioLife Plasma Center. Ms. Michaela, hi, how are you today?
Hi there. So sorry.
Hey, Michaela, how are you?
How are you? Good, are you?
I'm doing great. Tell us a little bit about Michaela first.
Absolutely. So I am the center manager for the new BioLife Plasma Services here in Attleboro. We opened up March 11th, and I've been in the plasma industry a little over 3 years now. I grew up in the state of Rhode Island, and that's where I started my plasma career as a quality manager. And BioLife recruited me a year and a half ago to help open the Medford line right outside of Boston, and successfully helped do that. And now Attleboro is successfully growing and going from there. But yeah.
Well, tell us a little bit about the BioLife Plasma Center and what it entails.
Absolutely. So we are an appointment-based system. So our donors will go for the displayed website and create an account and schedule an appointment for their earliest convenience and when we have availability. Once you come into our center, you will then provide documentation, so proof of social, a valid driver's license or photo ID to be able to be entered into our system. And once you're entered into our system fully, you will have a vein check done just to make sure that it's safe for you to be able to donate. We do use a larger gauge needle in order to do so. And then you will get screened. So getting screened, what does that entail, right? So getting a small blood sample from your finger taken to test for proteins and hematocrit, which is the percentage of red blood cells to your plasma, and then getting your vitals and weight taken. These requirements are from the FDA that we do need to take, that need to be in a certain parameter in order for you to be safe to donate for that day.
And tell us, what is plasma used for?
Plasma is used for life-saving medications and research. So we have patients that use our parent company, Takeda Pharmaceuticals, medications for hemophilia, autoimmune diseases, rare diseases. We also use some of the plasma for research purposes to either help make new medications or find new solutions for these rare diseases as well.
And tell us, you've just opened up the new center at 287 Washington Street. You've been there for a couple of weeks. Tell us a little bit about the new space.
Absolutely. So in our new space, we can hold up to 60 beds. Right now we have 30 machines, and we can take 30 donors at one time. Sorry. Just trying to mute my walkie. Anywho. And then we have 8 phlebotomists right now, 9 screeners that do that small finger sample, and we have 5 nurses on site at all times. So in our facility, when you first enter the door, you have our reception desk to check in for your appointment. And then you have the phlebotomy floor where your procedure will be done, which takes about an hour. And then in the back, we have a warehouse and a good-sized freezer that's held at negative 37 degrees Celsius in order to keep our plasma at top priority and top condition for our medications.
And how many employees do you expect to have when you're fully running?
So with a 60-bed facility, we could have 80 employees. Right now, I'm still currently hiring, and we have 34 employees now, so I'm hoping to have 40 within the next month or so.
Okay, and tell us, what are the hours there at the center right now?
Absolutely. So currently our hours are Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, 11 a.m. to 7 p.m., and then Friday, Saturday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. We are going to be expanding hours April 25th. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday will open up to 9 a.m. Seeing we're doing so many donations, we want to make sure everybody has the opportunity to come in.
Okay, so help folks like myself who are not in the medical field. What is plasma?
Plasma is the liquid part of your blood. It sort of looks like straw. It is a yellowish color. And what that holds is mostly water. It's actually 90% water. And the other 10% is those proteins that we use to make that medication. So it's really important to stay hydrated before you come in to donate. We do suggest about half your body weight in fluid ounces the day before.
Okay, and tell us, what are the requirements to come in and donate?
So we have a screening process with many different factors that go involved based on your health questionnaire that you'll fill out as a first-time donor. And when you do come in, and our nurses will go through those questionnaires with you. But to get in the door, you need proof of social, valid ID. So that way we can say, we looked at these things, and you say who you are, and we go from there.
Okay, and when you say that people can donate, how often can somebody donate plasma?
Absolutely. You can donate 2 times in a 7-day period. And with that, if you have to sort of stick to one place, I do know we have competitors around, but you stick to us at BioLife and do 2 times in a 7-day period, you'll be safe.
Okay, and I've heard some of the ads on TV. You can get paid to donate some plasma. Tell us a little bit.
Absolutely. So we compensate our donors for your time during the donation process. So right now, our new donors are doing $9.50 coupon, as we call it. So that's split up between 8 donations within 30 days. So your first donations around $100, then $120, and so on and so forth. But after those first 30 days, we want you to keep coming back. So we have a coupon going on right now for our return donors after you've been with us for 30 days. That's $50 and $100. So $50 for your first donation, $100 for your second.
And what made you pick Attleboro as one of your new locations?
So there's lots of different things that go into picking a center. One thing is just demographic of the center. We want to make sure that we're hitting the right target. So we look for college towns. We look for towns that have a large community, good support. We call it low viral markers to make sure our recipients are safe to receive that plasma, and our donors are safe as well. We do all those things, and Jack, when I met you, we come out to the community and introduce ourselves, and we go from there.
And you have a history of really supporting the local communities that you've been in. Can you give us some examples from some of the other locations, how you support the community?
Absolutely. So we host events throughout the year to spread the word about what we're about, because in Massachusetts, plasma donation hasn't necessarily been around very long. Companies work really hard to bring it back into the state. And with that, we actually put in 70% of what we give right back into the community for their time of donation for that compensation, which is great, goes right back into those small businesses to buy groceries, and really helps the economy locally as well.
Okay, and is there an age restriction to donating plasma?
Absolutely. So we do need consent. So you do need to be 18 years old. And then the max age, according to our standard operating procedures, is 99.
Oh, so you could take the full gamut then. Some of us old folks can give too, huh?
Absolutely. As long as you meet those requirements beforehand, absolutely.
Okay, and when you were we were meeting earlier, one of the things that you mentioned is that your center is going to be all electric. Tell me, what's that mean for a plasma donation center to be all electric?
So what it means is previously some of our heating systems were natural gas, and we've made that change to all electric centers. Another thing that Takeda, our parent company, is working on is our recycling initiative. So we're doing a couple of pilots to ensure that what we're using for one-time use items, such as our sets for the safety of our donors and sterility of our sets for our plasma recipients and the donor, is recycled properly and used for a better use after.
All right, and you mentioned a minute ago that you're still hiring. Tell us about some of the positions that are open for some folks.
So right now we're looking for part-time, looking to become full-time as that medical screener. We call it a plasma center tech. So with that position, you would get that small blood sample from the finger to test hematocrit and total protein. And you're the first person that our donors see. So you're that first step in the donation process. So customer service is also always a big thing when it comes to plasma donation as well.
So, you're a great new facility here in South Attleboro, and I know there's a lot of folks that would be very interested in coming down, probably learning a little bit more before they do donate. How else can we help you spread the word that you are now here in Attleboro?
Sure. So, I mean, we are looking to do events, if any other, we're going to start doing what we call business to business. So, we'll have some of our team go out and bring you all other businesses coupons and little marketing goodies that you can have in your break room, and just welcoming the staff as much as possible. Completely understand if you don't want to participate as a business, but you will be starting to see some of my employees come out with those goodies to hopefully provide to your other employees as well.
Well, hopefully we're going to see them at our multi-networking event coming up on April 10th over at Plain Ridge Park Casino. We have 10 chambers coming. So
Okay.
maybe we'll see you and some of your team up there.
Absolutely.
So, as we're starting to wrap up a little bit, what are some last thoughts you'd like to leave the public with? And how can they come and see you?
Sorry. So the last thing I would leave is it's really important to come in to donate. The reason being is it can take thousands of donations to make those medications. And with that, you do need to come in at least twice in order for us to use it for life-saving medications. The reason being is that the FDA does require us to have 2 units tested before we can use it for the recipient safety. So these patients can't live normal lives until they get these medications a lot of the times. Because when I say autoimmune disease, I mean that they can't fight off an average cold. Or during COVID, they were really stuck in the house because getting COVID would kill them, potentially, without proper medications, without proper treatments. So it's a much more potent thing versus somebody that does have a great immune system and able to get the vaccine sooner rather than later for flu, for COVID, or anything along those lines.
So, folks, if you'd like to help out and you'd like to get a little bit more information or you'd like to donate, please, you've seen Michaela's information. Scroll across the bottom of the screen. You can take a ride down there, take a peek at the new facility. One of their customer service folks will be glad to walk you through the process. But thanks for joining us today. We appreciate you coming on the show. And hang on just for a minute. Folks, thanks for joining us today again on the United Regional Chambers Update Show. And we shall see you next week. Everybody, stay safe.
Awesome.